Hi everyone, we're live. I'm here with Westrap at our Hertford meeting in Lockfine in 4th Street. And what we do is every live Known Be Known session we do, I like to do a little interview with the person that gave the Known Be Known session as part of the meetings. So welcome, Kay. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm in awe of you. I mean, you know, look, listen. I'm not one to kind of just say stuff like that willingly. I really mean it. I think it's not just the talk you gave. I think it's just my whole experience just rang from when we met to the work we've just done on the website to your sharing your journey with us. And obviously we're not going to go into all the detail of a 45-minute talk, but first of all, thank you for doing the Known Be Known. What was it like preparing for that? Is that a talk you've given like in that way before?
Yeah, I've done it. I did it at Essex, and also I did it for International Women's Day at Chichester University. And to be honest, it's not. I don't really need to prepare because it's my story.
Yeah.
So obviously, ages ago I did the slides, but I think it's all about understanding who I am and why I am.
Yes.
And you know, people don't really understand me if they don't know my story.
Yeah.
And I don't kind of tell everybody my story because that's kind of in the past and I'm over that. But yeah, it makes me who I am, and I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, and there was obviously a whole load of life and personal backdrop, your family story, your various incarnations, I'd say, coming back to life again. You know, you've been through some, I imagine very much lesser people wouldn't have made through first or second, let alone through the third go dying, and that's why you put it in the thing.
I call them my attention-seeking episodes.
Yeah, you just wanted some. Exactly. And I like what I got from it, because I'm sitting about having my own experiencing you in the front of the room, and in the space of collaboration and this journey of possibility. This is obviously it's a journey of possibility page. Is the courage to keep going again and keep going again, and maybe and what strong element of it is the what you've learnt from the experiences to get you to a point where I think the main theme is knowing that you're loved, and how important it is that we feel loved.
It is terribly important. And I mean, funny enough, you say courage. My website, my company, if you like, where I do my therapies and stuff like that, is called Courage to Grow.
Courage to Grow.
And actually, that is what I think life is about. It's about having that courage to grow as a person, to be able to experience new things and understand what's happened to you sometimes happens for a reason, and it gives you the strength to know that you can get through most things. And that's what I realise, is that there's no bravery. It's just taking one step and remembering that there's always a tomorrow. The sun will always rise, and that the courage is actually already within you, and it's just getting into that and to tap into your own subconscious and know that you're going to be okay. Yeah,
and I think I think what you've done, and I think you probably worked this out, but I'm just from my point of view, is to share my experience with, is you're now sharing and paying that forward, those lessons wherever people. One main theme was that you're really open, and not only open. I think it's like a mandate. You have to make a difference to others. It's kind of, you don't wake up worrying about you. You're kind of, not that we don't have a concern for ourselves, but your main focus is right out there. How can I use my life today?
I mean, you've got to, the old adage of you've got to put your own oxygen mask on first to be able to help others. So you do have to know. I think we all have to know some pain in our life in order to see the sun.
Yes.
It's the yin and yang. It's the light and the shade and so on. But for me, if I can do something for someone else, that gives me a feeling that I've fulfilled my purpose. I'm very much that I live my life on purpose.
Yes.
I have a purpose, and I fulfill it by doing stuff that makes my inner glow.
Yeah, because you can have an inner purpose that says I'm enlightened and I have a commitment to, but you've got to take the show on the road, and the show on the road is not always a pretty thing. You've got to pack everything up, you've got to take it to where it goes, you end up in the wrong place, you've got to back up, try again. That takes a lot of resolve.
Sometimes things don't always go to plan, and also some people you might get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But I always think that you aren't being taken advantage of if you gave of yourself in a loving space. So if you've given in a loving way, then you cannot be taken advantage of, because you gave that, whatever you gave it with love and freely to be taken.
Yeah.
So, you know, I never
gift,
have,
isn't it?
it is, I never feel like, oh, that person's taken advantage of me, even though other people might think, you know, they'll from the sidelines, like first husband, for example, you know, my you know, lots of friends and family were like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
You know, but I truly loved it.
So there's a sense of being true to yourself,
Yeah.
and honouring your you know, gift or wisdoms or what you've learned, and being responsible for when you give
and
them.
I have very strong values, I have very strong purpose, and I live that values and that purpose. And you know,
So we had new people in today, and some very new members who were there, and you know, that was a real teary, emotional,
Yeah.
known be known session. I mean, no one's going to forget you. But we didn't video it for various reasons, but anyway, we don't video and show them all. Anyways, we keep a lot of them for internal use. But the thing that I got is that I sat there really proud of, because I created a context today for myself, one of trust and co-creation. And I think it was there when I did that. And for me, everybody was involved with it. It wasn't just you presenting. You weren't selling anything. You were actually sharing with a view to impact people's lives, and they're complicit in that. You can't make a difference to someone that says, "Well, I don't want to know." And there wasn't a dry. I mean, in the spirit of big collaboration and in the gift of that, I don't think there's a person you didn't touch today. You know, and for just so you know, Tyler was in the audience, obviously, as you know. And she has a issue of juvenile arthritis, and I said to her, let Kay know, and I was going to say to you, just speak to her about that as well, you know, like, and I think it's almost like when you started talking about the arthritis, she walked in, sat down, and then you spoke about arthritis.
and I didn't know that.
No, I just want you to know that's the synchronicity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I actually went, I was like that, I was like, took my breath, because Tyler came in, sat down, and then you went arthritis. So,
where did that come from? I don't think I mentioned. I don't know if I mentioned that one at Essex.
I've never
I'm not
mentioned
sure.
it to you.
No, I didn't know about
No.
Tyler, but I didn't know. I don't know whether because I did it at Essex. I'm not sure whether I mentioned it or not. But
And she has the same thing at school. They let her out of lessons a bit earlier, so she can get down the stairs and out the way before the storm.
rush,
Yeah,
yeah.
The rush of all
which is why she has a wheelie bag.
Yeah.
So, because I have trouble with, you know, that kind of thing as well.
So is there anything else you'd like to share with us, or anything else you'd like to say?
Well, big collaboration. If you've never been, come. That's just anyone that knows me knows that I'm a bit of a networking tart. I network the hell out of everything, but this is not networking. This is what I call my me time. I come here, I refresh my soul, I unburden, I lean on, I absorb, I learn. You just can't explain. It's like a food for the soul is probably the best way. You know, the people are just unbelievable. The space is just very safe. It's very caring, very nurturing. But you're not here to sell your stuff like you do when you go to other networking or what have you. And that's why it's like an anti-networking. Yeah. But you're meeting with people that, you know, probably have businesses and stuff like that. So you may well get business out of it. But more than most people do.
Yeah,
but
it comes up as a part of being there, not the main purpose.
As a byproduct kind of thing, because you do. It's no. I mean, you know, I do 4N, and the whole thing about that is know and be know, like, trust. This is like light years ahead of that. You don't just get to know, like, and trust people. You get to get inside their head and inside their soul, and so you just it's totally different.
It's love.
You know? It is love, and that's the thing. I mean, the whole theme of my know and be known was that you know, what I learned through my journey is that I'm loved. And I come here, and I remember when I came to the orientation, I said I feel like I've come home, because it feels like this is, you know, the people that they get me, you know, and when I was saying about know and be known is, unless you understand my journey, you don't get me as a person. You know.
And imagine like you go to normal. I mean, and it's not to knock anything else, because they just don't have that raison d'etre. They don't have that format, and that's fine.
It's not the purpose.
No, it's not. It's not. It wouldn't work in that way.
I mean, I love 4N. I love other.
And we're not out to, because they are very. It's a bit like comparing swimming and mountain climbing. They're very different activities,
different
and you can sum them up as sport, but they're very, very, very different activities. And for me, it's kind of getting a human connection. And one of the things that I've been really talking about with Jill lately is about creating this family atmosphere where we can challenge each other, we can learn from each other, we can give and take sometimes, and it's okay because we're family. Because tomorrow we'll push, we'll move on, and it'll be because we love each other, and there's this space of trust. And I think, for me, the known and beknown interviews that I do is bringing that energy from the room so we can share a little bit of it with you guys. I want to really say thank you. Take a look at the website. The new website has just been launched. It's still got some tweaking to go because we did it in 4 days? 3 days, Kay, Jill and myself came together and we orchestrated a new website, bcollaboration.com, and that was Kay's support and work on that, and I'm really thankful for that. Well, words can't say. I just love it. I'm really chuffed reading in it. So look, if you're interested and curious about B Collaboration, what we get up to, how it may apply to you, listen, go to the website, click, come join a meeting, and work it out for yourself. We'd love to have you here.
Yeah.
Any last words?
No, that's it really. Come along.
Come along. Bye.